Bright lights, they won't leave me alone. I need a shadow or a hole in the wall. 'Cause baby, I don't know what kind of state I'm in. We got a ways to go. I've been around this whole town by now, and I can tell you how you're supposed to get out. Baby, I don't know what kind of state I'm in. We got a ways to go. I woke up this morning, it was already night. I saw a number on the phone that I don't recognize. I know I've been across this land like 2 times now. I've seen every little corner of it two-bit town. I know, but I'm going. Bright lights, they won't leave me alone. I need a shadow or a hole in the wall. 'Cause baby, I don't know what kind of state I'm in. We got a ways to go. I've been around this whole town by now, and I can tell you how you're supposed to get out. 'Cause baby, I don't know what kind of state I'm in. We got a ways to go.
My first tank of gas.
So we were climbing up there till we got wrecked. So now we're back down here.
I'm an ordinary man, a wheel on a gauge. I've never been this far, but I don't wanna have to say anymore.
Started there, all the way up, to way up there.
I'm leaving, and I don't know where I'm Bright lights, they won't leave me alone. I need a shadow or a baby, I don't know what kind of state I'm in. We got a ways to go.
Alright, so we're currently on our way out of Colorado towards Utah. It's a 8-hour drive. 8:57. Yeah. So we'll be getting there middle of the night, local time. Probably set up camp and chill all day tomorrow, recover tomorrow. Colorado was pretty dope. There's good and bad. You want to go through the good first?
There's some great views.
Yeah.
Some killer rocks. Some killer animals.
We tried to take a time lapse of the drive, but it really didn't do it justice. So we scrapped that. And today when we were driving through, we just took a bunch of pictures. And I was looking through and they don't do it justice, but it's so weird to see like a forest full of evergreens, and then 2 seconds down the road, see like a near like desert hillside that has like really hardy bushes and small trees.
And mountain goats.
Yeah, and mountain goats and like these huge rock formations. But one of the really cool things about Colorado, and I guess it's just like out west, it's not sandstone, is the rock is, I think, metamorphic rock, if I remember correctly from geology class. That may have been geological blasphemy, but anyway. It looks like a lot of granite and nice rock, but it's so ordered that it breaks off in chunks. So like the way sandstone wears is you get flakes in it, or like pockets in it where there's different stuff, and so you can use those for holds. But here, it kind of breaks off in chunks, and so most of the time that makes really easy or really stupid hard climbs. Like there's a lot of really easy stuff and a lot of really hard stuff, but not a ton in between.
And it gets super slick the second it gets wet.
Yeah, and the pictures we have from Creekside Crag was amazing. We climbed Black Gold and playing hooky, 5, 7, 5, 8, 4, and 5 pitches respectively. Like, it should have been 10-star. It was amazing. Got some awesome pictures from it.
Right over the river.
Yeah, we had to start at the base of one climb and like traverse over kind of like a rocky river section. There was no path, so you have to like get to the base of one climb up a little bit, and then go sideways to get to the bottom of the other route. And we met, what were those people's names? Linda and
like Eric or something.
David, maybe?
David.
Linda. So we met Linda and David. They gave us some beta on the routes, and
No people.
man, it was cool. We climbed next to them for a couple of hours. But we told them we were from Kentucky and stuff like that. And the first pitch was so close to the water.
We didn't know it was a pitch, actually.
Yeah,
it thought it was a trail.
Yeah, it looked like a scramble that was just a little sketchy, so you clipped in. So we clipped in. So I was like, I don't want to step in all these puddles right next to the creek.
What's his climbing shoes?
With my brand new climbing shoes, hadn't worn them yet. But like, I'm just gonna scramble across this rock barefoot. And like 10 minutes in, we realized this is a full-on route, and I'm up
Second pitch up, Jake's still barefoot.
Yeah, I'm still barefoot halfway up the wall, and the guy next to us is like, "Holy crap, that dude's barefoot! Man, hey man, let's go!" And I was like, "This is playing in the Kentucky stereotype so hard." And I was wearing my cutoff jorts, and about halfway up the wall, it got so hot, so we took off our shirts, and I was like, "Dude, they think we're straight out of Kentucky Fried Chicken land." It was hilarious, and we played into it. It was a ton of fun, and we met a guy from Texas playing hooky. Or no, we met a guy from Texas. He was rappelling as we were climbing Black Gold. And we were sitting there talking to him about climbing and some other stuff, and all of a sudden he started ripping on Joe Biden, and we were like, "Dude, you gotta keep your voice down." And he just started ranting. He was from Texas, and so was his girlfriend. They were hilarious to hang out with. For like 30 seconds, we were on a ledge with them. And then we climbed Creekside. No, that was Creekside. Then we went back and climbed what we did the first day, different stuff, at the same crag. We climbed, or tried to climb People's Choice at High Wire Crag, and we got,
Thank you.
we got 2 pitches in, it started pouring the rain, like absolutely pouring the rain. And by the time we would have been able to get down, our gear was already soaked.
Backpacks out in the rain, all of our gear.
And so I was like, "Trent, what do you want to do?" And he was like, "Well, we're not here to just wuss out. Like, we've got a roof covering us right now for the next pitch, and there's one more pitch after that that's supposed to be super easy." I was like, "All right, let's try it." So we climbed this awesome crack. It wasn't like Kentucky crack where there's huge flakes. It was just like breaks in the rock. It wasn't even continuous. It kept zigzagging back across the face.
But everything was a positive point.
Yeah, it was so good though. It was like a really easy 5-7. So I get to the top of that, and I kind of come out of this tiny roof, and just wall of water starts hitting me.
Of course, it was raining this whole time.
Yeah, it was raining this whole time.
covered.
We were just under a really slight overhang. And so I got up and I was like, "Nope, Trent, gotta bail." So I threw a bail beater not a bail beater, I threw a quick link on the bolt. He lowered me down, and we did a full-on 70-meter rope rappelled from 3 pitches. And we got to the bottom, everything was totally soaked. And that's the bad part of Colorado, is this whole time we've been fighting rain.
Every day.
Every day we have to hit the in-between patches. We're like planning our sleep schedules around the weather.
So it's literally just climb when there's no rain, sleep when there's not, climb when there's no rain, and you're gonna get caught in something.
Well, but also we went to bed last night, and like 10 o'clock, planned on getting up at 5:30 because of the weather. We got up at 5:30. Weather was totally different, and we ended up getting rained on again a little bit. And we went to a laundromat last night to dry all our gear. So
That was a fun 2-hour experience.
yeah, we
Met the locals.
yeah, there was some serious crackheads to that laundromat. There was one guy, there was like a rafting guy. It was cool to talk to him. And I went back today to plan some routes for Utah where we're headed. And there was some absolute, like, the dude was definitely on drugs. He came in with his dog into the laundromat, tried to put his dog into the washer to wash him. And the lady was like, "Dude, you cannot do that." He was like, "Oh, well, he likes water, so."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was hilarious. So now we're going to Utah.
Now we're on the road to Utah.
Because the next 3 days in Colorado,
70
to 80% chance of rain all day. So, not having that. Yeah. But we're also gonna camp near. So in Utah, it's all one area. In Colorado, we kind of bounce around different cracks and stuff. In Utah, it's going to be all one area. It's going to keep us busy for like 3 days, hopefully.
We
before
both bought our
head back.
first meal on the road. Number
Yeah, we
one.
both bought McDonald's today. We were so fed up with all the garbage. What really sucked is when you go back to camp, you can't just like be soaked, take all your soaked stuff off, throw it on a line, and go to bed and it'd be dry in the morning. Because it was just perpetual on and off rain. Like it'd sprinkle for half an hour.
Or hail.
Or hail for half an hour. Because when we go up the traverse, like Golden, is that what we were? Golden,
Yeah.
Colorado
Yeah.
is like elevation 6,000 feet. Where we were camping was 8,000 feet.
It was cold.
So you go up a switchback, it's freezing cold at night. It got down, well, relatively freezing cold. It was like 40-ish.
Yeah, when we were
You could see
expecting it
your
to be 100
breath.
degrees.
And so it was just super cold, and so nothing ever dried, and it was just this like awful, and there was no reprieve from it at all. And it was constantly changing too, so you couldn't really plan around it. But we figured it up today. There was these demon chipmunks and satanic birds that just like swooped in and started eating all our stuff, and like in the middle of the night you hear this witch cackle, and it turns out to be a bird. What else did we see up there?
We saw 2 massive moose last night.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
followed our road all the way to our campsite and just trotted right past it.
Yep.
And then we saw a bunch of deer.
And mountain goats.
Mountain goats. No snakes, thank the Lord. There was a snake warning out.
Yeah, Colorado was super cool.
Yeah.
I think coming back here for a camping or hiking trip, or
Absolutely.
even like climbing, it would be great. But the weather was just not.
Yeah, weather's
is
not permitting.
doable.
So we had to make the best of it.
I was driving back through town and found a picture of those, like on land practicing for whitewater rafting people. It's hilarious. It's just funny to look at. And yesterday, when we were climbing, was it Black Gold and all the rafters? We were rappelling
Yeah.
down, like maybe,
This was a big old rappel too.
let's see, it was 5 pitches at like 90 feet each, so plus the extra little bit at the top of the 7. So maybe like 500 feet we rappelled, and while we were doing that, there was these rafters coming by, and as they were all kind of like stuck in the eddy on the river waiting to get out on the shore, we were rappelling, and one girl looked up and saw us and was just like gawking.
Of course, we're like 5 foot away from them.
Yeah,
coming down.
We're rappelling almost down into the creek where they're like waiting to be pulled out.
Yeah.
And so they got a really good, like, up-close view of us. And this one girl was just staring for a while on the rappel. And then all of a sudden, on one pitch, everybody caught her looking at us and started staring. And so we had like a 30-person audience just waiting for us at the bottom of the rappel. So we didn't beef anything, thankfully. But
I mean, we weren't doing anything impressive, but they
that,
didn't know that.
That was a big, like, oh yeah, I'm cool. I'm a climber, bro. You just do your rafting thing,
Yeah,
man.
we do Colorado stuff.
Yeah, so off to Utah we go. Set up at like 3 in the morning. See what happens.
7 hours, 47 minutes left.
Trading the rain for the scalding heat. So, see what happens. Anything else from the last day and a half? Crackheads, laundromats, rain,
Animals.
yep. A couple of mooses, moosei.
Couple cows.
One moose, many moosei, mooses. Well, there was a lot of moose. Yeah. Meese. And hopefully we'll have signal at the new campsite so we can send everybody pictures and make them jealous. I emailed the office today, like our tasks email we send out every day. I was like, not in the office, working in Colorado, and sent a bunch of pictures of us, like mid-pitch, like super high summits, and we had some dope pictures from the last 2 days, and all the guys in the office were railing about it. It was hilarious, but yeah. I guess see you guys in Utah, whoever this is. Mama, Mom, Rachel, random Chinese guy that found our YouTube channel. Whatever.
Ping pong.
Children are